Welcome, sports fans. Tonight, we've got an electrifying story straight from the heart of the NFL. One that mixes big money, strategic negotiation, and the unique journey of a superstar. Whether you bleed red and gold or just admire football, greatness, make sure you stay with us until the end as we reveal not only the key numbers, but also the smart thinking behind George Kittle's stunning new deal. This is not just another record-smashing contract. It's a fascinating, risk-savvy move by the San Francisco 49ers. Let's dive right in. The main event. George Kittle becomes the NFL's highest-paid tight end. There was only a matter of time before this news came crashing into the headlines. George Kittle, one of the NFL's most dominant all-around tight ends, just secured a contract extension that shakes up the entire league. On Tuesday, after weeks of speculation, Kittle and the San Francisco 49ers agreed to a 4-year, $76.4 million extension featuring $40 million in guarantees. Let's break down what this means. At an average of $19.1 million per year, Kittle now stands atop the tight end salary mountain, narrowly beating the freshly signed deal of Trey McBride from the Arizona Cardinals. Yet, even with this eye-popping payday, some analysts suggest the contract is something of a bargain. Especially when you compare it to the ballooning salaries of top wide receivers in today's market. But as any seasoned football follower knows, the devil's always in the details. The anatomy of a modern NFL contract, where risk meets reward. No NFL contract is just about the headline number, and George Kittle's deal is no exception. Looking deeper, this agreement reveals how San Francisco smartly managed both reward and risk. An approach that could become a template for future big-money negotiations. Signing bonus in first 2 years. Signing bonus, $145 million spread over 3 payments. $3 million by May 9, 2025. $145 million by September 12, 2025. $7 million by April 3, 2026. This structure helps the franchise handle salary cap pressures with finesse. 2025, Year 1. Base salary of $1.255 million, fully guaranteed with a workout bonus, $100,000, again guaranteed, plus $500,000 in per-game roster bonuses. Even these relatively modest numbers are protected, demonstrating faith in Kittle, but lining up nicely with salary cap constraints. 2026, Year 2. Here's where Kittle truly cashes in. $12.4 million base, fully guaranteed, with a potential $10.9 million to be switched out as an option bonus. This keeps salary distribution flexible. Again, $100,000 for workouts and $500,000 in per-game bonuses round out the year. Performance, age, and options, a masterstroke in 2027 and beyond 2027, Year 3. Base salary spikes to $15 million with $2 million guaranteed up front. Here's the twist. Up to $5 million more can be guaranteed based on Kittle's performance. We'll detail those rewards shortly. The per-game roster bonus rises to $750,000, and a $15.5 million option bonus could come into play. 2028. Base salary remains at $15 million, with $15.4 million available as an option bonus, plus the same workout and per-game bonuses. 2029. For the final contracted season, Kittle's base climbs to $21.55 million and an incredible $19.8 million possible as an option bonus. The staggering figures for 2028 and 2029 might catch the eye, but the 49ers have cleverly built in team-friendly options, meaning they can reassess as Kittle approaches his mid-30s, pivotal considering his age and notable injury history. Performance triggers. Unlocking an extra $5 million. George Kittle is dynamic off the stat sheet as he is on it, and the contract is loaded with opportunities to turn performance into cold, hard cash. In 2027, Kittle can access an extra $5 million in guarantees by fulfilling any one of 9 challenging but achievable milestones in the 2026 season. Pro Bowl participation, the league's showcase of elite talent. All-Pro selection, top. Tier recognition by the press and industry peers, 1,000 or more receiving yards. A high benchmark for any tight end. Plus, Receiving touchdowns, showcasing dominance in the red zone. A combo, 60-plus receptions and 850-plus receiving yards. Another pairing, 60-plus receptions and 5-plus touchdowns. Touchdowns and yards, 5-plus touchdowns and 850-plus receiving yards. Team success, playing at least 75% of offensive snaps, while the 49ers win a playoff game. Productivity and durability, 65% plus of offensive snaps, with at least 60 catches. It's a robust system, rewarding not just raw production, but excellence, reliability, and team success. The real guarantee, flexibility for both sides. When you set aside the eye-catching $22.4 million in 2029, Kittle's real new money average is closer to $18 million annually. Here's what's crucial. The first 2 years, $33 million plus $2 million in the third, are fully guaranteed. The $5 million performance escalators enable Kittle to approach the widely publicized $40 million in guaranteed money. For the team, though, the ultimate security comes from the way the deal is structured. Only the first 2 seasons are truly locked in. The remainder, the 2027-2029 years, are option years, meaning the 49ers can choose whether to keep Kittle or move on, depending on health, productivity, and roster needs. This is not a slight to Kittle. It's the precise, razor-sharp management seen in winning franchises. Navigating age, value, and legacy, Kittle's story is more than numbers. At 32, he's one of the most complete tight ends, a crushing blocker, a dynamic receiver, and a pulse-raising, on-field leader. But football history can be cruel to players in their 30s, especially at physical positions. San Francisco's front office didn't ignore these facts. Instead, they crafted a deal that honors Kittle's excellence, but also future-proofs their roster. It's also a nod to the rising complexity of NFL contract structures. With the salary, cap soaring and positional market values exploding, this deal becomes a blueprint, not only for tight ends, but potentially for any star who offers both present value and looming risks. Opinions from around the league reactions have poured in from us, insiders, fans, and former pros alike. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk and Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated both praised the 49ers' balance of appreciation and caution, noting how these options give the team flexibility without diminishing Kittle's legacy. Fans, too, have sounded off, some celebrating Kittle's well-earned raise, others debating the wisdom of long-term gambles on aging stars. But almost all agree. This contract was structured with more than just the next season in mind. It's about building for sustained, late-decade success. Closing thoughts, a win-win for player and team. In the exhilarating spectacle that is the NFL offseason, this deal stands out, not just for its size, but for the chess-like vision behind. And George Kittle gets a recognition fitting for his stellar play, a chance at additional rewards, and, at least for now, a long-term spot in San Francisco. The 49ers, meanwhile, keep their superstar, manage the cap, and eliminate future uncertainty. Now we want to hear from you. Did the 49ers make the right call in structuring Kittle's deal this way? Which performance bonus is he most likely to hit? Smash that like button if you enjoyed the breakdown and drop your takes in the comments below. Until next time, keep the debates lively and the passion high, because every contract, like every play, can change the game.